What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. Welcome to our daily show where we discuss everything going on here in our country that you need to know about here on a daily basis. We got multiple things to discuss here with you guys here in this video here today. The midterm elections are only a few days away here at this point. Also, I am giving away $1,000 here before the end of the month. Our contest here of what's in this box. If you can guess what's in this box, you might just win money directly from me here, and I will give you a clue to what's in this box here at the end of this video. So make sure to stay here to all the way to the end, and I'll give you a clue to what's in this box here, along with everything here in this video. Also, I want to let you guys know that there is a lot of scammers going on here right now. So if you see anybody in the comment section pretending to be me, saying text me or call me, contact me on WhatsApp, it's not me. Okay, I will always have a check mark by my name, and I will never ask you to contact me via text or phone or WhatsApp. I don't have any of those, okay? I don't have any phone numbers or text numbers for you to call me. Those are all scams. Those are all scams. So if you ever see that, just ignore that. I block those scammers on a daily basis from our channel. This is going on all over YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. There's scammers everywhere. Some of these things are like robots, like just automated spammers. Some of these people are like teams of people from other countries doing this. So just be aware it's not me. If you ever see that, just disregard it. Okay. So with that being said, let's jump right in. We got a lot to discuss here today. U.S. GDP numbers released here today. U.S. gross domestic production slightly positive here today, which is a little bit better than the negative numbers we had for the first two quarters here today. So the economy, again, a little bit better than we had the first two quarters, which was negative growth for the entire economy here. Not really that great, but better than negative. Better than negative. So that was just released here today. A narrowing trade deficit and increase in consumer spending and government outlays boosted the number. Really, you could almost just say this is because of the inflation. Just the inflation alone is causing an increase in spending. If you really just kind of think that everything costs a little bit more, that alone could be the increase in GDP, right? If you just kind of think that through, that alone could be the 2.6% increase in GDP. However, consumer spending decelerated, increasing at just a 1.4% pace in the quarter, down from 2% in quarter two. Really just showing that the economy is just still pretty miserable here. You can see here today, mortgage rates top 7% on the average nationwide for the first time since April 2002, a 20-year high. Yeah, mortgage rates surpassed 7% for the first time since April 2002, adding more reason for price-struck homebuyers to stay on the sidelines and not really sell their home. If you have a 3 or 4% or 2.5% interest rate, it's really tough for people to say sell their home unless they absolutely have to move for some reason, because then they're going to have to lock in a 7% interest rate on the next home, which is going to be much more expensive. The rate on the average 30-year fixed mortgage hit 7.08%, up 6.94% from the week prior, according to Freddie Mac. Rates have jumped 3.86 percentage points since the start of this year, more than doubling mortgage interest rates this year alone. The largest year-to-date increase in over 50 years. Yikes. That's the largest interest rate hike in mortgages that probably anybody has seen in their lifetimes. Yeah, the dramatic increase in rates driven by the Federal Reserve's aggressive fight on inflation has crushed homebuyer demand, while home sellers continue to lose confidence as price reductions become more and more common. Demand for mortgages remained at its lowest point in 25 years last week. The Mortgage Bankers Association survey for the week ending October 21st found as higher rates and economic uncertainty continue to erode buyer confidence. The volume of mortgage applications for purchases decreased 2% from 1 week earlier and was 42% lower than the same from a week ago. So 42%, we have 42% less people buying homes right now than a year ago. Wow. And this is probably going to cause, we haven't seen a dramatic, we've seen home prices start to come down, but we haven't seen like the bottom fall out of it yet. Honestly, probably in we're probably due for that because I mean you've seen 42% less of mortgage applications of homes being closed. Okay, so what that's going to do is we're probably going to start to see home prices continue to fall and fall and fall and fall. So I've been starting to see a lot of real estate experts and analysts say that we could be due for a even more so 20% drop in home prices coming over the next 6 to 12 months. So, because remember that interest rates are going to continue to rise. We're expected to see another interest rate hike here in the next week. And then we could be, or probably will be seeing another interest rate hike in December. This is going to make credit card interest rate hikes go even higher, mortgage rates going even higher. And whenever you go to buy a new car or a used car, that's a loan as well. Those are going to go even higher. So, yes, it's really tough because a lot of people are starting to say, and I'm actually kind of in agreement with this now, that the Fed should really kind of pause these interest rate hikes because at first the Fed was like, all right, let's do this to bring inflation down. We're seeing home prices way too high. We're seeing car prices way too high. What we were seeing is, car prices were selling on the lot for over MSRP. Like even my parents, they had leased Buicks, and when their lease was up, they went to get new Buicks, again, because it was a lease turn-in type of deal. Your lease is up, you go get another one, lease another one. And the price was over MSRP, the manufacturer's suggested retail price. And the price was over the asking price, which is normally never, ever, ever the case. Okay. And I think the markup, it was either $3,000 or $5,000 over the suggested retail price for a Buick, just a regular like small SUV size Buick, a regular Buick. This is not like you know a, this is just like a regular car, guys. Okay, so and that's what they had to pay, and they were the last two on the lot. This was probably like a year or so ago. Okay, this is not a normal circumstance. Okay, we were seeing this from the chip shortage. We were seeing this really just from demand. We were seeing this in the housing industry as well, where, you know, somebody would go to sell their house. The day they would sell their house, there'd be 20 buyers in line and would all be bidding over the asking price. We were seeing this pretty much everywhere in almost every single state, bidding over the asking price. If the asking price was 300,000, they were bidding 310, 320, 330, 340, 350. An overinflated economy. Interest rates were really, really low. Interest rates have been low for a while. So why this started to happen here in the last year or so, it's really a tough situation. But for some reason, everything started to get overinflated. And then the tulip mania started to happen, where everybody just started to go crazy and say, oh, I gotta have it now, and just started to bid like crazy. Okay. Well, Raising interest rates did start to curb that down. People aren't, 20 people aren't bidding over asking price on homes. Cars aren't selling over asking price anymore. We're starting to see this in multiple different industries. Lumber prices have come way down. They're down dramatically from where they were. We're starting to see this in multiple different areas of the economy. However, now it's almost like too much. It's like we can't continue to raise interest rates this much. Okay, we've done it. We need to slow down a little bit. We can't put ourselves into a major recession. I mean, credit card interest rates are already at an all-time high between 19 and 22% on an average credit card interest rates. That's just the average. The highest are 35 to 36%. We got to slow our roll here a little bit. I mean, how bad do we want things to get? You got to remember that the average person, 60 to 64% of Americans, are already living paycheck to paycheck. Like, I mean, how bad do things have to get? I mean, and the other thing we have to talk about here is that things need time to adjust. I mean, we can't keep raising interest rates every 30 days. I mean, Lord help us here. Like, things need a little bit of time to adjust, right? We're already starting to see home prices come down. We're already starting to see 20-year high interest rates, 25-year demand low on home prices or home buyers. I mean, what more do they need? I mean, it's going to take some time to see the inflation come down. You know, gas prices have been a little bit back and forth. When we look at US gas prices here, these are national average gas prices. They're actually coming down a little bit. So this is the national average. Of course, it's going to vary in every state, especially if you're in California. They're going to be a lot more. Um, they've stayed the same here in the last 2 days, but over the last week, they've actually come down here from 383 to 376. So that is a decrease of 7 cents over the last 7 days. So they have come down. Diesel's come down 3 cents. This is actually pretty good considering that OPEC and OPEC Plus, Saudi Arabia, Russia, and all the OPEC Plus nations, agreed to cut the output of 2 million barrels per day of oil production. So, that was here on October 5th. So, for gas prices to be coming down with OPEC Plus announcing that is really pretty good. Remember that President Biden here recently announced that he would be releasing 15 more barrels from the Strategic Petroleum Reserve. So, they're trying to combat with whatever they can. But the 2 million barrels per day less production by Saudi Arabia and Russia, Russia's part of the OPEC Plus, is really going to hamper the gas and oil prices long term because that's every single day, 2 million barrels per day. And remember that the oil and gas companies are in on this pretty much because they're they're the ones who buy and sell the oil and gas from them and really control in essence the gas and oil prices, which really oil prices have actually gone up. You can see here WTI crude almost at $90 a barrel, Brent crude just under $97 a barrel. So really, OPEC Plus, what they have done has actually kind of worked. Their strategy has raised. We were down to about $80 a barrel. Now we're close to $100 a barrel. You can see here, this is just under $97 a barrel. So really, their strategy has raised oil prices And remember, that's every single day they're cutting 2 million barrels per day from the oil market. Okay. And remember, um, the oil companies, Shell, Exxon, all those gas companies, they control whether or not they're exporting and importing oil from the US or not. Even so, that really doesn't matter because oil, this price here, affects the gas prices in the US and everywhere around the world. Okay, so this price directly affects our US gas prices as well. And this is going up here. We're getting close to $100 a barrel. And this will raise the price of our gas. And this is going up right now. So um, if the way this is looking, our gas prices will start to go back up here, especially if this trend continues. Now, the U.S. has accelerated a three-tier plan to reduce oil prices here just about a day or two ago. Here's what they're saying. President Biden has three key strategies in place to lower oil prices. The first and foremost strategy is the implementation of the NOPEC bill, no OPEC bill. The second pillar of the plan is to release more crude oil from the U.S. Strategic Petroleum Reserve, which they did announce 15 more million barrels of oil. And the third element is of the plan is to bring oil prices down, is to be a concerted effort to encourage U.S. oil firms, shale or otherwise, to increase their production. But as we know, the oil and gas firms aren't really necessarily hip to this because they know as well, just like OPEC and OPEC plus countries know, that if they keep production low, that keeps oil prices and gas prices high. So they kind of know the game here, right? Yeah. So what do you think is going to happen here? What do you think is going to happen? We got the midterm elections here just a few days away. And what do you think will happen here with gas prices even afterwards? Home heating prices is going to be very expensive this winter. I've already seen some comments here in the comment section of people. Home heating prices are going to be probably double or more for a lot of people. Next up, I want to give you guys the next clue for the What's in the Box contest. The way it works here is if you can guess what's in that box, you will be entered into the pool of people who have guessed correctly. And from there, we will have a random comment generator randomly pick 10 people for to win $100 each for a total of $1,000. We're also going to be giving money away in November and December as well. So make sure you stay tuned to our YouTube channel. As always, make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel. Click the bell icon so you get notifications when we go live. Remember, it's completely free to subscribe here. New videos come out here every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. To leave a guess, all you need to do is comment down below with what you think is in that box. I'm going to give you a clue right now. Remember, there's 10 clues. You can go back and watch the previous videos to get the other clues. And yes, completely free to guess. So, what's in the box? Clue number 3. The item in the box was popular in the 90s. The item in this box was popular in the 90s. So if you think you know what's in the box, leave a guess down below in the comment section. It's completely free to do so. Remember, if you see anybody pretending to be me, saying text me or call me or anything in the comment section, just disregard it. I will always have a check mark by my name. I don't have any phone numbers or anything for you to text in the comment section. I'm going to announce the winners on screen after clue number 10. I'm going to show you who the winners are on screen, and we will go from there. Okay, so I don't have no phone numbers or anybody for you to text at all. I'll always have a check mark by my name. So be aware there's a lot of scammers going on here right now. Clue number 3 is the item in the box was popular in the 90s. You'll know you're a winner because I'm going to show you who the winners are on the screen. Um, directly here on the screen. So you know you will be a winner here. Yeah, so keep that in mind. So don't forget to hit the like button for us. Comment down below if you think this is a really fun game. Even if you're not a winner, I get literally, if we've done this in the past, thousands of people have said that this game is so much fun. It's kind of like a scavenger hunt for your mind to try to figure this out here, and I'll keep you up to date here. You can click here to see President Biden's new executive order that's going to mean billions of dollars more in the pockets for Americans. And you can click this video here to see about a $1,400 stimulus check for Americans. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.